Welcome everybody, we are here live at Otay Ranch Town Center for the annual tree lighting that is going on here. Right now, a little mood music to get you in the holiday spirit, I guess. Is Shake It a holiday song?
Yes. I'm gonna go with yes.
I feel like it's the Ferris Bueller song, but
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. I'm 10 News digital producer Mark Saunders, and joining me today is San Diego Families Ann Malinowski. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And we're here to try and get you guys into the holiday season. I know Thanksgiving hasn't started, but there's a lot of us
It's never too soon.
Yeah, I mean, it goes Halloween,
Yeah.
Christmas, one day for Thanksgiving, right?
That's right.
And then Christmas, all that's generally how it goes, right? That's how I was brought up. But today we're going to try and get you guys into the holiday spirit with all of the great things that are happening around San Diego County this season, and hopefully, everything that we've compiled between 10 News and San Diego Family. I think that's a pretty great start.
Oh my gosh, yes. What a partnership.
Yeah, that should give you enough ideas. But first off, obviously, one of the biggest things is parades, right? You guys have a great list within the December issue, as well as online on sandiegofamily.com.
That's right.
Of the parades that locals can go out and check out.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You have to check out the Port of San Diego Holiday Bowl Parade, not only because it is the biggest balloon parade in America, but also because we'll be there. San Diego Family will be pulling a balloon,
Right.
and you
Any of the balloons, unfortunately.
No.
But we will be covering.
Yeah, that's on Harbor Drive, December 31st. And here's something a little different. The Gaslamp Holiday Pet Parade.
Okay.
People are bringing their pets out, cats, dogs, lizards, maybe more. And they will be dressing them up to win prizes. And there will also be a holiday pet market, which sounds just too adorable.
That sounds amazing.
That's
yeah.
December 16th at downtown.
There better be at least one lizard in a holiday sweater.
I can't guarantee it.
If the dogs and cats are in holiday sweaters, I want to see an iguana or a lizard in a holiday sweater as well. Along with all of those parades as well is, of course, the San Diego Bay Parade of Lights. Now in its 47th year, actually. It's been going for a long time. So you guys, I'm sure you've heard of it. And this year, 10 News reporter Kalina Estrinos gives us a nice preview of what you guys can expect down there this season.
After dinner, they get to go outside and watch the parade from any of our vessels.
Just one piece of advice, make sure you come early.
People start lining up across the street at the water park very early in the day. They're excited. They come down with their chairs and they make a day of it, and they have a picnic, and they go to the water park with the kids, and then the sun goes down and the parade starts. So it's an all-day activity for a lot of families.
So we're going to toss back to that package. Again, this is the San Diego Bay Parade of Lights, and 10 News reporter Kalina Estrinos gives you a preview of what to do, hopefully with some sound this time, right? We're going to try it. All right, here we go.
There are a number of boats that are in the parade every year, but there are always newcomers.
The San Diego Boat Parade has become a tradition for families and boaters alike.
San Diego Harbor Police have estimated that there's 100,000 people on the waterfront that night.
And more than 100 boats are expected to hit the high sea.
Some of these boaters go all out. Some decorate the morning of the parade, and some start months before.
Robin Gallant, Director of Public Relations at the Maritime Museum, says one of the best views of the show is on board the Berkeley.
Every year the ships rendezvous and they come by here in parade fashion. So we have a dinner up on the upper deck of the Berkeley so people can have a nice holiday buffet. And then after dinner they get to go outside and watch the parade from any of our vessels.
Just one piece of advice, make sure you come early.
People start lining up across the street at the water park very early in the day. They're excited. They come down with their chairs and they make a day of it, and they have a picnic, and they go to the water park with the kids, and then the sun goes down and the parade starts. So it's an all-day activity for a lot of families.
Regardless of where you watch the parade or what your holiday plans might be, this boat parade continues to become a holiday habit for more San Diegans each year. Kalina Estrinos, 10 News.
So that was the Parade of Lights happening at San Diego Bay this year. You guys can catch it December 9th and 16th at 5 p.m. So I hear the best parts to see it is on the north end of San Diego Bay, but I'm sure there's a lot of kind of resources out there of people who have said go here, go here, go here. So I would recommend checking that out. But of course, with parades comes theme parks.
Oh, yes.
And we have theme parks in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I mean, we don't get a lot of rep for that, but we have them, and they're great. Some of the holiday fun is actually happening at SeaWorld this year.
Oh, yes. SeaWorld goes big for the holidays with more than 1 million lights throughout the park, and the Sky Tower is converted to a gorgeous giant tree. All of your favorite shows have special holiday theming, and there's a new show called Oh Wondrous Night that they do every year with a live nativity. It's a musical. You have to see it, and the kids will love it.
Of course. And they've just had all this revitalization that's happening with the park, with new rides and stuff. So this sounds like kind of the perfect combo to end the year with some holiday fun there. So with SeaWorld, of course, is another favorite of San Diegans, Disneyland and California Adventure Park, of course. I know there's a lot of annual. Are you an annual pass holder?
I'm not. I wish I were.
Do you know a lot of them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I feel like if you're a San Diegan, it's kind of like you know somebody who's an annual pass holder.
Absolutely. Why not?
And, of course, they've already started their holiday festivities, and I was lucky enough to go and check that out this year. So here's a nice little preview of, well, it's not a preview, it's actually happening now. But before you go, a preview of what to expect at Disneyland and California Adventure Park this season.
It's the holiday season at Disneyland and California Adventure Parks. Both parks are dressed up in all of the bells and whistles and bringing holiday cheer to Southern California. And of course, your favorite rides like Cars Land, the Haunted Mansion, and It's a Small World are getting in on the fun too. In addition to the holiday classics, look for some new celebrations this year. Disney's Viva Navidad Street Party brings lively music and entertainment, crafts, and more to California Adventure. And the Festival of Holidays celebrates the holidays happening around the globe with international cuisine. And your favorite holiday decorations are everywhere, from downtown Disney to Sleeping Beauty's castle. For more on Disneyland and California Adventure's holiday fun, check out 10news.com's Exploring San Diego page.
Little Foo Fighters happening right now. I'm going to say there has been non-Christmas music, but I'm okay with it.
Why not?
Journey, Foo Fighters, right? So again, we're here. We just joined us live at the Town Center for the annual tree lighting that's going to be happening in just a little while behind us. Mark Saunders, 10 News Digital, and Melanowski, San Diego Family Magazine. And we're here to kind of get you ready for the holiday season. So one of the great parts with the holiday season, I think it might be your favorite dessert of the holiday season,
Oh, my
right?
goodness, yes.
Hot cocoa.
Love hot cocoa. Yes, I do. There's nothing better than chocolate, and there's nothing better than being warm in wintertime. So hot cocoa is just the perfect thing this time of year. And San Diego Family's December issue, which is coming out later this week, free at Ralph's and Albertson, is going to have a wonderful listing of great places to grab hot cocoa around the county. I have a few for you here today. Cream and Sugar in Del Mar is really popular with our staff over at the magazine because they have some really Instagram-worthy desserts, including a unicorn hot chocolate.
It's the year of the unicorn, isn't it?
It sounds very colorful, so keep your cameras ready. And they also have a s'mores hot chocolate and many more. You'll have to check out the menu, check it out. My personal favorite place to grab a drinking chocolate is Eclipse in South Park. And they have really high-quality chocolates. They have more than a dozen flavors to choose from. And my favorite is the smoked brown sugar with a homemade marshmallow on top. And my kids like that one, too.
Kids love sugar, right?
And, of course, there's Hash House. You've been to Hash House, right?
I've been there a few times, yes.
Everything is ginormous, so the portions are huge, and the presentations are really, really fun. And the hot chocolate could probably be split 4 ways, I'll be honest.
So if you've been there before, yeah, so the hot chocolate is actually kind of, it matches the proportions of the dishes that people get.
Exactly, it's giant.
Oh my gosh. With, you mentioned drinking chocolate.
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
I think there is. I think there's less milk, maybe. Don't quote me.
It's drinking chocolate. Like,
yeah. I think it's a little more sophisticated. I think that's like the artisanal.
Yeah, you have to pinky up it.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. We're excited to kick off the holiday season with you guys here in the South Bay. A lot is happening, whether you're in North County or you're down here, anywhere East County. And to kind of give us a nice wrap of all the great things that you guys can check out, 10 News anchor Steve Atkinson has a nice little preview of everything that you'll be able to find around the county this holiday season. So you're not going to miss out on any of the great things happening. So we're going to try and cue that up now.
You don't need to wait for a storm. It will be snowing every night in the South Bay. Visit Village Walk at East Lake in Chula Vista, where that snow will fall every night at 6 and 7 o'clock with live caroling in between. The fun begins December 8th and runs through Christmas Eve. In Encinitas, the San Diego Botanic Garden transforms into the Garden of Lights. It's the only time of year the garden is open at night, with the trees and plants covered in thousands of lights.
1, 2, 3.
There's a hill covered in snow, perfect for sledding, and then warm up by the fire to roast marshmallows. There's also live music nightly, and cap it all off with a ride on a horse-drawn carriage, complete with sleigh bells.
Foo Fighters goes surprisingly well with watching footage of like campfires at the beach. I'm okay with this selection so far. With the holiday season, of course, there's a lot of kid-friendly specific events that are going on around the county, and SanDiegoFamily.com has a great deal of that within the magazine as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's going on as far as kind of the kids-friendly things that parents should look out for to take their kids out to the...
Absolutely. Well, I think the great thing and maybe the tough thing about living in San Diego is there are just so many options for Christmas events, holiday events, and what we try to do at San Diego Family is pull out the very best and the most kid-friendly. So do pick up our magazine. I'll give you a little preview of some of the things you can find in our December issue. Noel, the San Diego Symphony does this wonderful show every year with a lot of really favorite Christmas songs, and the orchestra is so beautiful. And what's really great for parents of children who are very young, like myself, I have a 2- and 5-year-old, is they do a special 1-hour abridged kid-friendly version of the show where kids can sing along. And I think it's really great that you can expose your children to the orchestra, get them cultured pretty young.
Start at an early age, yeah.
Exactly. So that's a really fun one you won't want to miss. And another idea we had is to go up to Julian. You know, if you're looking for an old-timey Christmas, it's our own little Gold Rush town up there. And what I love about being up there in December is the air is so crisp, and sometimes it snows. And the
Fingers
town,
crossed this year.
Yeah. The town really does it up, and Santa will be out on the town hall porch for kids to bring their wish lists, and gosh, what else? A couple of the churches up there even put on a live nativity so you can walk around and kind of really get in the spirit.
A great thing to do also, just go up there and just play in the snow. If the snow's there,
yes,
just find an area like safely off the road or whatever, or like somewhere within the town, and go out into the field and just...
Fun story, actually. My mom used to do that, but she hates being cold, right? She's a very indoorsy person, much like myself. But I always wanted to play in the snow. So she'd take me up, and she would give a teenager $5 to take me down the snow hill 10 times, and then we'd drive all the way home.
That's amazing.
So go to Julian. Take your kids.
Bring some cash, just in case. If you're cold, make sure you have a nice crisp 5 on you.
Love you, Mom. So... if you're looking for a church service with a lot of production value, I love this one. The First United Methodist in Mission Valley has 2 really great Christmas Eve services that are really family-friendly. And they'll do lessons and carols, they'll do candle lightings, they'll do a stunning pageant, and that's a great way to get the family into the meaning of Christmas.
Yeah, that's awesome. With all of that, of course, San Diego Zoo has their annual big Jungle Bells. Basically, Jingle Bells turns to Jungle Bells. And there's a lot of great events that are for kids that are happening all across the park. 10 News reporter Jeff Lasky talked with someone called Dr. Zoolittle. Is he like the Dr. Doolittle Zoo guy?
He sounds great.
Is that what that is? Okay, all right. Okay, I'll bite. That's fine. Jeff Lasky, again, talked to Dr. Zoolittle about the annual event happening at San Diego Zoo. Here is a preview of Jungle Bells.
Everywhere you go throughout the zoo, you're going to find bits of holiday cheer. So when you come here with your family, it'll be lit up brighter than these flamingos.
This is the greatest place to be during the winter holidays.
The man known around here as Dr. Zoolittle loves wintertime.
Everything just turns into lights, lights, lights.
He's so excited he even has his own lights, which he wears around his neck.
This is our special Dr. Zoolittle holiday light fair. So this is just one of the very few lights. These are the unimpressive lights that you'll see over here. Everything else is impressive, this not so much.
He may be selling himself a little short,
Dr. Zoolittle is a big part of the fun during the zoo's Jungle Bells. He performs a special holiday show every night.
We do the night before Christmas. Everyone gets a musical instrument. We tell a story, and the audience have to play the musical instruments on cue. They have to make sounds, they have to scream and shout, so it's a whole interactive storytelling moment, beyond compare.
There are musicians, animal-themed characters, and whatever this is. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like fun. One thing you'll definitely want to check out is this giant tree just inside the entrance.
So this tree during Jungle Bells is covered in all different lights. And then there's a band, the music that comes on. And when the music's playing, the lights are doing this whole dance routine over here through the lights. You don't want to miss it. It is spectacular.
Although Dr. Zoolittle does have a warning about the tree, he learned the hard way.
Peacocks are definitely there. And you don't want to stand under the tree or under a peacock at that time because it's not pleasant. That part isn't pleasant. The tree itself we love. Peacocks, things dropping on you, not so much.
Of course, the celebration wouldn't be complete without Santa, who you can visit in his own igloo, built San Diego style.
Every year, Jungle Bells grows and gets bigger and better. So you're going to come over here, you're going to see new things, new lights, new songs, new entertainment. You stay till 8:30. Even though we close at 8, let security kick you out. You stay till the last minute.
At the San Diego Zoo, Jeff Lasky, 10 News.
So you have Jungle Bells runs at the San Diego Zoo from December 14th through January 6th. So be sure to head out there, check out all of the stuff that's happening at San Diego Zoo this season. If you're just joining us now, we are again live here at Otay Ranch Town Center for the annual tree lighting. That's actually going to be happening in a couple of minutes just behind us, so that's going to be great. I think they said they have a VIP that's going to be lighting it up.
I can't wait to find out who it is.
Yeah, I feel like it's a mystery. I hope it doesn't let down.
It's going to be great.
With, of course, tree lighting comes the Xmas lights around town. And
oh,
that's
yes.
a huge thing for families in San Diego County.
Oh, yes. And San Diego Family is so proud of our map of lights, which you can find in our December issue free at Ralph's and Albertsons at the end of the week. Just to give you a little idea of why our map of lights is special, we were the first to start it. About 30 years ago, our publication started printing.
3 decades ago.
Yes.
Before the LED stuff came out.
Yes, we started publishing great places to drive through with your kids and see holiday lights on houses around the county. And now we have the longest and the best and the most accurate list because our fact checkers actually call every single community to make sure they're still going on.
Wow.
So you will not be let down by our list. Go check it out, sandiegofamily.com, or pick up a publication.
That's perfect, because I know a lot of the times you always see the lists online, but you're never sure, like,
you can be sure
people move and everything, but you guys fact-checked it. That's
yes.
awesome. So with Christmas lights, do you have any Christmas lights, like, in the neighborhood that you guys always go to?
Oh, my goodness. My neighborhood is very competitive. We've only lived there 6 months, but judging by how they handled Halloween, we're going to have to up our game for Christmas because it got competitive.
You know, head over to Home Depot and start picking up just
we need
all
to stock
of the
up.
stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
Inflatables, all that stuff. There's one, I know my parents are watching, and they're going to be mad if I don't shout this one out. There's one in Carmel Mountain, or not in Carmel Mountain, in Rancho Bernardo, over by Westwood, and it's this entire cul-de-sac that does it.
I've seen that one. It's
have you
so
seen
great.
that one?
Yes.
It's amazing. And they have the guy out there with the cookies, dressed as Santa.
Yes.
And we talked about this earlier. Santa handing out cookies.
Yes.
If you're parents and you're taking your kids, they're going to get a cookie because your kid is not going to stop with
Bring your
Santa.
cash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tip Santa. It's a hard time out there just standing in the cold with cookies and everything like that. So you gotta help the guy out, right? So with Xmas lights happening around San Diego, of course, there's the big December nights that happens in Balboa Park every year, and that is a huge one. Have you ever been to that one?
No, I haven't been to that one. I'm a little bit crowd averse, and I've heard it can be pretty hectic, but I'm sure it's really wonderful for all those of you who love to get out to events.
You guys get 2 nights for it, December 7th and December 8th, and with a nice look at the December nights things happening this year, 10 News anchor Lindsay Pena has that preview.
You can make a San Diego tradition a family tradition. December Nights returns to Balboa Park starting December 7th. The free event, now in its 41st year, kicks off the season for young and old alike. Your family can enjoy the beautiful scenery of the park covered in dazzling lights. Last year, there were more than 100 hours of entertainment from local choirs, bands, and dancers, including a performance of the Nutcracker. Walking through the park will work up an appetite. Sample some of the finest cuisine from around the world at Balboa Park's international cottages, like treats from Turkey, sausage from Italy, and something from the House of Denmark that we can't quite pronounce, but it's delicious. December Nights is also a great place to shop for the holidays, with artisan displays of glass blowing and pottery in Spanish Village. And if you don't want to spend a dime, the San Diego Museum of Art and all other Balboa Park institutions will open their doors for free. Before you head home, make sure you stop for a photo near the Old Globe Theater. The Dr. Seuss-inspired How the Grinch Stole Christmas Tree is a sight to see.
There you have a shot of the tree here in Otay Ranch Town Center. And some carolers. There's a bunch of carolers that have been walking around all night, actually, singing on demand. I think somebody started requesting songs from them.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah. So the tree lighting is going to be happening in just a few minutes here in Otay Ranch Town Center. Again, if you're just joining us, we're live with a preview of all of the holiday happenings that are going to be happening around San Diego County. I'm Mark Saunders, 10 News Digital, and of course, Ann Malinowski with San Diego Family Magazine. We're kind of joining forces for a holiday extravaganza.
That's right.
Like none other. Between everything we got for you guys.
So much to talk about.
So much to talk about. One thing I do want to talk about, Christmas before Thanksgiving.
It's
Verdicts.
okay with me.
Is it okay?
If it makes people happy, why not?
I know there are a lot of people watching right now that are probably commenting on Facebook and Twitter that we haven't even waited the extra 2 days, that the food is still cooking for Thanksgiving.
You know, Thanksgiving is fun, Christmas is fun. You just be happy when you want to be happy,
right.
And it doesn't cost you a thing to not stomp on other people's happiness.
Said like a true champ. That's
You
how
bet.
it is. So in just a few minutes, again, the tree should be being lit. They said a few minutes. I know it's supposed to be 7 on the dot tonight. But there'll be some speakers ahead of time, so we'll probably kind of delay that a little bit before they go ahead and
Wow,
and
I
fire it
cannot
up.
wait to see that tree all lit up. It is gorgeous, and it's going to be absolutely stunning when it's all bright.
Would you ever consider a tree of that size either in your home or yard or?
Ooh, wow, gosh, I don't know if my vaulted ceilings are quite that high, but it would be epic, wouldn't it, to have
would,
something
yeah.
that stunning?
I mean, just go the elf route and have like the tree run into the ceiling, just bunch up in a corner.
It's a design choice.
It's a design. The amount of power that thing needs to be drawing too.
Right.
I mean,
so exciting.
I don't want that bill. I don't. It's
Well, the
enough.
mall can handle
The
it,
mall
and
can
we
handle
are
it.
reaping the benefits.
Speaking of which, the mall right now is totally dressed up. There's a lot of vendors from local businesses, as well as the businesses that are here in the mall. Everybody out here enjoying hot chocolate, going around doing some arts and crafts for the holidays. So it's a great time. And there's going to be a lot more of these events happening this season around the county.
Oh, yes. Tree lightings are everywhere. Some that I've picked out for you, and you can find more on our website. But Little Italy is doing one December 1st, so just around the corner. They'll have carriage rides, live music, and, of course, Santa will be there.
Of course.
Christmas in the Park in Poway for more of an old-timey feel. That's going to be December 8th. They'll have train rides and a petting zoo and, of course, the tree lighting. And here's something a little different. Liberty Station is going to light a menorah for Hanukkah.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be December 3rd, and there will be live music and, of course, ice skating.
That's awesome. And the ice skating rink at Liberty Station, I believe, is open for the season
Yeah,
now.
so you can go ice skate anytime you'd like, but if
Right.
you'd like to ice skate while celebrating Hanukkah,
Exactly.
there you go.
You have the entire month to go ahead and check that out at Liberty Station. Again, just a few minutes right now, you get in a shot of the crowd. The crowd looks dark, but I think when the tree's lit, it's going to be a little brighter.
I think it's going to be gorgeous.
That thing needs to be packing a lot of electricity. And the carolers are there as well, keeping the holiday spirit going around Otay Ranch Town Center. Speaking of tree lightings, there's one big tradition that San Diegans have come to know and love. And not just because it always revolved around kind of that epic stadium that we have, the Holiday Bowl. And that's something that kind of brings in San Diegans and tourists from all over just for some football and holiday celebrations.
Absolutely,
So
nothing better.
the two go together perfectly, just like Thanksgiving and football, Christmas and football, holiday, all of it. So with a preview of that, 10 News Sports Director Ben Higgins shows us why SDCCU Holiday Bowl has been such a big draw year after year.
It wouldn't be the holiday season in San Diego without the Holiday Bowl. It's right there in the name.
The San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl has been an important part of San Diego's holiday fabric.
Mark Neville is the executive director of the Holiday Bowl and is happy to give you a history lesson on one of college football's most exciting postseason games.
Everyone has a memory of a Holiday Bowl. Be it 1980 when Jim McMahon, with no time left on the clock,
McMahon all the way back in his own 46.
throws a Hail Mary pass to lift BYU to a 46-45 win over SMU in 1980.
Touchdown!
Barry Sanders running for 222 yards. Everyone has a memory of a Holiday Bowl.
Legendary games, but that's just a side benefit. The true purpose of the Holiday Bowl is actually much more practical, trying to fill San Diego's hotel rooms during a traditionally slow part of the year.
Every December, we bring thousands of college football fans out to San Diego to enjoy one of the best postseason college football games in the country and enjoy our great city.
Neville and his crew keep both teams and fans busy with multiple game week events, like the Marching Band Showcase at Horton Plaza.
The Pac-12 and Big Ten marching bands are amongst the best in the country, certainly the biggest.
And the annual Port of San Diego Holiday Bowl Parade running right down Harbor Drive in some of our city's most spectacular views.
Believe it or not, it's the largest balloon parade in the country. It has even more balloons than the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
So what happens to all of this if SDCCU Stadium is torn down in a couple of years? Well, plans are already in the works to possibly bring the Holiday Bowl here to Petco Park, keeping the San Diego tradition alive. I'm Ben Higgins, 10 News.
So perfect timing. The tree lighting is actually about to start right now, so I'm going to let the Master of Ceremonies up there kind of take it away.
Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause.
The popper fountain, and of course that unbelievable farmers market that's behind all of you right now. But more importantly, all those amenities contribute to what makes Eastern Chula Vista the best, right? It's a place where we all love to live, to work, to play, and to raise our families. We only hope here at the Chula Vista Public Library that we play a small part in your lives, and that we actually build and strengthen that community feeling, and that we, with the books that we offer, the movies, the story times, the homework help, and all the other programs, including some that maybe you don't expect, like our nationally award-winning passport services. So I'm hoping that you guys get a chance to visit us if you haven't already. And now, without further ado, I would like to hand it over back to Javier so we can kick off the festivities and actually welcome in this amazing holiday season.
Let's give it a once again, Chula Vista Library, Joy Whatley, the director. All right, I mean, come on, a library at the mall, right? Drop off the kids at the library and they go shopping.
Town Center with
Go to the
annual
Apple
tree
Store 100
lighting.
times, why don't you?
Down here.
Anyhow, of course, in back there, we've got the Christmas tree. It's 30 feet tall.
Right now, they're just kind of
10,000
describing
twinkling lights, and can be seen miles and miles away. You can see this in Coronado. You can see it in Oceanside. You can see it in Tijuana. All right, and of course, we've got a very special guest. Let's welcome Tilton Ranch Council, ladies and gentlemen, with the Chula Vista Fire Department. Ready from the North Pole. Let's give it up.
And coming in now, just for the tree lighting, Santa himself. I think that's the loudest reaction from the children.
The kids are so excited. They are getting up on their parents' shoulders. They can't wait to get a glimpse of the big guy.
Is he going to go up to the ladder? That would be awesome. Just go up to the ladder.
Let's give a round of applause for Chula Vista Fire Department.
We are so grateful for our firefighters.
They do an amazing job, especially this season with everything they've been doing around the state. So I'm Chula Vista Fire Department here, bringing in Santa.
Lots of cheers for Santa Claus.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to be able to pick up the audio of Santa.
Santa's been very busy. I have a lot of toys that I'm making.
So Santa is going to be lighting the tree here in Otay Ranch Town Center. Just a couple seconds.
Let's count it down. You guys
count it down.
I need your help. Ready?
Here it comes.
9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh.
There it is.
And it's stunning.
I want to remind you to be really good. And also, you know what Santa really likes? Chocolate chip cookies and a big glass of milk.
Santa dropping some kitchen hints right now. Have milk and chocolate chip cookies ready. And now, just like that, Otay Ranch Town Center, the holidays have started here. And they're bringing snow.
Oh, that is exciting.
It's going to be a couple minutes. Snow is actually going to be falling here in Otay Ranch Town Center. I guess it takes a couple minutes to make, right? It's that easy. It just, yeah, it takes a while. Yeah.
Well, that was so fun to see.
So I think this is actually the first big tree, other than SeaWorld, you know, lighting their tree with the tower and everything. This is kind of the next big one for San Diego County.
Kicking it off.
Starting the holidays before Thanksgiving. We've already covered that subject. We're not going to get into that argument again.
Yeah, no. Don't test me.
Don't bring it up. Nope. So, like you saw just now, the Chula Vista Fire Department helped bring Santa into Otay Ranch Town Center here to go ahead and light the holiday tree. And with the kind of season comes a lot of giving back and helping others less fortunate and just making sure you're helping others in general, right?
Absolutely. Always on your mind this time of year.
Yeah. So with the holidays as a time to give back, the YMCA Armed Services is leading the way. Renee Nelson, it shows us how that you guys can help others this season around the county. And here's a look at that. We're queuing it up.
Donating gifts, thanking military families for the sacrifices they make year-round. The YMCA's Armed Services Holiday Toy Program gives parents the chance to shop the gifts donated by the community to place under their tree. Now, service members, they register for the event, and that can really help on a tight budget.
The housing is expensive for these military families. Anything that'll help them augment their Christmas or a little more each year is very helpful.
Parents shop for gifts while kids take in the festivities.
This is a Christmas party, and we get to meet Santa and do a lot of fun things.
Volunteers, they build bikes for that big special gift. With approximately 150,000 service members on 7 military bases, San Diego is the second largest military community in the country, and it's a hard job.
Frequent deployments, training exercises, and especially we say that the service member enlists, but the whole family served.
A sacrifice so great it shouldn't go unnoticed, especially during the holidays.
For our service members today, it means a lot. It means a lot because they give so much, and now they see that people really do care for their sacrifice.
Again, live here at Otay Ranch Town Center for the annual tree lighting. Just happened. Chula Vista Fire Department's actually backing away. They just brought in the big man himself to kick off the holiday festivities around here, so that's awesome. With the holiday festivities, of course, a lot of that involves parades. And I know we already talked about it, but I feel like there's so many to count that we have to kind of revisit it just a little bit.
Absolutely.
Are there any big parades SanDiegoFamily.com is keeping track of that people should know about?
Oh gosh, well, if you're up in San Marcos, anyone in North County, the San Marcos Holiday Parade put on by the Kiwanis Club is going to be doing a superhero theme this year, which I think kids will be really excited about. We already talked about the Holiday Pet Parade. That's going to be super cool. Chula Vista Starlight Parade and Children's Fair is a really cool one, especially because the Children's Fair brings in a snow hill. They have real snow, and the kids can slide around on it.
Nice.
You'll definitely want to catch that before the parade. That's a really popular one.
So you don't have to go all the way to Julian, you know.
No,
from
you
Snowfall.
could. Sorry, Mom.
Snow is actually going to be falling in just a few minutes behind us here at Otay Ranch Town Center. They just lit the tree, and everyone's still kind of hanging around. There's a lot of vendors that are still out for hot chocolate and holiday crafts and everything going on this season. So I think they said it's going to take a couple of minutes for them to actually make the snow.
California kids sure do love the prospect of snow,
They
don't
really
they?
do, yeah.
Did you grow up here?
I didn't. I actually grew up back east.
Oh, okay. So you know all about snow.
Snow was coming here was a welcomed goodbye to snow for a while.
Okay.
I've gone back a few times.
I
Each
see.
time, bye-bye snow. I'm done.
Right. So I lived in Connecticut for 3 years.
Same here.
And I lived in upstate New York for a little bit as well. And I remember the first year when there was snow, my little Southern California heart nearly burst. I was so excited. But year 2 was a different story. That's when I had to shovel a lot. And oh man.
And the snow out there, I don't know where you were in the East Coast in Connecticut, but where I was, it was always slushy and like heavy.
Oh,
you know?
really?
Yeah, it was like the rainy snow that's not fun.
Oh gosh, no, ours sat on the ground for a while.
Oh,
yeah, so lots of shoveling.
Ours sat on the ground until it was, ice, and then.
But this is exciting because these kids don't know.
No, yeah, they get the nice, safe prospect of like a little snow falling.
It'll be really magical for them. I
They
can't
don't
wait to
have
see their
shovel
faces.
it. I'm so happy for them. They'll never know the love of shoveling snow.
Yeah.
But again, with the parades that Ann just spoke of on SanDiegoFamily.com, as well as in their magazine coming up in December, there is, of course, the great parades that are happening at Disneyland. We covered their overall festivities, and now this is a look specifically at their special holiday parade that's happening this year with some new music and some new floats that have been created with all your favorite characters at Disneyland. And here is a preview of what you can experience there this season.
What's the holiday season without a parade? And what better way to celebrate than with Disneyland's A Christmas Fantasy Parade? Your favorite Disney characters dance down Main Street, USA, along with a colorful cast of performers and floats. The procession culminates with an appearance by the big man himself, led by a dancing troupe of reindeer. The annual parade is a fan favorite and can be seen daily during Disneyland's holiday celebrations. It all leads up to the park's Believe in Holiday Magic Fireworks Spectacular. To check out more of the holiday fun at Disneyland this season, visit 10news.com's Exploring San Diego section.
Live at Otay Ranch Town Center for their annual tree lighting. In just a couple minutes, I believe snow is on the docket, which is going to be great. I won't get angry about
I just can't stop looking at that beautiful tree. I mean, the lights are gorgeous, and I mean, you've got to come here and look because the ornaments are the size of my face. They are just so beautiful all the way up the tree, and I mean, the kids around here were just really stunned to see it. It was a beautiful sight.
You can see right there, just some of the kids standing there jumping around.
Yeah.
Just because the tree is lit, it's such a simple joy to see. I'm sure all of the holiday decorations that are going to be going up around town are just going to add to it. Right now, in the area here, there's still kind of like lights going down in the tree, so it's very festive.
It is. It's really exciting to see.
So with holiday lights, I kind of want to revisit the Christmas lights thing that we talked about earlier. Just in case anybody's joining us, because I know San Diego Family Magazine is very proud of originating kind of the oldest Christmas light culminator.
That's right. I mean, we're all about fun for kids, and that's just a really simple, fun thing you can do with kids. Whether you just drive through a wonderful neighborhood with lots of Christmas lights, or you get out and walk, or you take the stroller. We have a wonderful map of lights. It's in tiny, tiny print because we have so many. We have every single one. We found them all. Just places near you where you can go and see stunning Christmas lights, neighborhoods that have really done it up. I highly recommend checking out our map online at SanDiegoFamily.com or in the issue that's coming out at the end of the week. You don't want to miss this.
And I felt my phone go off. I don't know if the text is from my dad getting angry that I didn't mention his lights.
Oh.
But he's going to get mad if I don't mention his lights. And I know he's watching right now, so he does the thing. Yeah.
What does he do? I mean, tell us about it. What does it look like?
There's kind of like a hillside next to the house. And lights go up and down the hillside, and then on top of the hillside, you have all the lights, like the Home Depot setups and stuff like that, just all across the lawn. Does up the rain gutters and all that stuff. It's fun to take out of the garage, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
I'll bet the local kids love it though.
The kids, yeah, like, we notice them stopping every year. You know, there's like a strange car that like stops and they're just looking at the lights. So yeah, it's kind of like our tradition on our streets.
Oh, that's so
The rest
fun.
of the street doesn't really do it, so it's kind of like the one-man band. So, yeah. So I think we're gonna go to Steve's package next, right? 10 News Acres Steve Atkinson. Is that who we're talking about? You guys know him. I'm sure you know him. He has a nice look at all of the holiday stuff that's happening around the county between village walks and all the fairs and things that you guys can check out, festivals that are holiday themed this year. So here is that courtesy of 10 News Acres Steve Atkinson.
You don't need to wait for a storm. It will be snowing every night in the South Bay. Visit Village Walk at East Lake in Chula Vista, where that snow will fall every night at 6 and 7 o'clock with live caroling in between. The fun begins December 8th and runs through Christmas Eve. In Encinitas, the San Diego Botanic Garden transforms into the Garden of Lights. It's the only time of year the garden is open at night, with the trees and plants covered in thousands of lights.
1, 2, 3.
There's a hill covered in snow, perfect for sledding, and then warm up by the fire to roast marshmallows. There's also live music nightly, and cap it all off with a ride on a horse-drawn carriage, complete with sleigh bells.
So if you're just joining us, another look at the tree that was just lit here in Otay Ranch Town Center. Not too long ago, Santa was here riding on a Chula Vista Fire Department truck.
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful.
I feel like that's kind of the way to go. I know the reindeers are beloved, you know, within all of this, but it's a fire truck.
It's hard to find a reindeer in Southern California.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And the the fire department's always there to help.
That's right. Yeah.
So
this is all believable.
it makes sense.
It does. If you're coming down to either this tree lighting next year or any of the other tree lighting seasons that are happening around town, there's going to be, it looks like, vendors, free food everywhere, hot chocolate cookies, things like that going on. We had some cookies on the table. We're one short, though. I'm not sure what happened to it within that last little package.
Okay, well, I ate the cookie while you guys were watching the package.
Okay.
So just to clear that up. There's one left, Mark. I know you're eyeing it.
I am, but and Mario's our director. He's working all the camera things. And I feel like that one should go to him because he's been sitting there working hard behind the camera the entire time.
Well, look at you, Mr. Generous.
It's the holiday season.
It's the holiday spirit.
That's right. This is your holiday gift, Mario. She says still no raise. That's great.
Oh.
Okay. I'm keeping the cookie then. The cookie's mine. Yeah. So with that, thank you once again for joining us here live at Otay Ranch Town Center for the annual holiday tree lighting. And you guys can come down throughout the season just to check out the tree. I believe it's going to be lit every night, as well as the rest of the town center here in its holiday mode. So once again, Mark Saunders with 10 News Digital joining me, and Malinowski with San Diego Family Magazine. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks so much for having me. This was really fun.
This is our way of helping you guys kick off the holiday season here in San Diego. And of course, there is a bunch of content that you guys can check out on both 10news.com and sandiegofamily.com. I think between us two, we have like the right.
Absolutely. We know what's going on. We know the best stuff.
That's right. Yeah. She has a blue sweater. I have a blue jacket. We are holiday aficionados. We know this stuff, right? Mario says yes, so I'll go with that. So with that, again, thank you for joining us here at Otay Ranch Town Center, and have an amazing holiday season, a safe holiday season, and of course,
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.